Good afternoon. It's Josh from Whisper by Productions. Taking a break from our normal stuff. Going up the mountain here real quick, which is that little thing. Yeah, that's our mountain. Headed up to a place called Crimson Dawn on summer solstice to basically videotape the little festival we have up here. Never been up to it before, so I have no idea what the heck's... Oops, shit. Wrong gear. No idea what they do or how they do it, so I'm gonna go find out, and hopefully we get some cool footage. Just kind of randomly ran off, so I have nobody with me, and I'm the only one here from Wizard Pipe as far as I know. So, yeah, see if we can get some interviews and stuff. Other than that, yeah, I guess we're doing a vlog today. Woo! Good times, good times. Oh my god, my car hates mountains. Oh, it hates it. Go car go, go car go, go car go, go car go. This car sucks ass. This guy behind me is like, why is this dude talking to a camera? So like texting and driving, it's gonna get us all killed. What a douche. Yeah, well, screw you, buddy. You don't know me. Just kidding, I hope you're a viewer. Yeah. This is pretty much like a vertical climb and just kind of switch back and forth across the mountain. And my car really sucks for climbing this thing. And now Casper gets to find out just how weird we really are walking around the cameras and talking to ourselves. Jesus Christ, this was a horrible idea. I'm out of shape. Still bloody walking. Oh my god, is it ever gonna end? Again, this is the Topaz Witch.
I came from Italy, so far away, and on this mountain I shall stay. My name is Topaz, all dressed in gold, and in my hand a golden comb I hold. The Cardinal Witch is very dear to me. She is my sister, you see. I married a loving, wonderful king, but with his death I no longer sing. We started our family with twin boys. They were my life, my love, my joys. Then they died, my little boys. After the sorrow was gone from my heart, I decided it was time to make a new start. I busied myself all day and all night to help make this mountain a beautiful sight. Now that my story has been told at last, through the Topaz gates you may pass. Go with my blessing. So that should give you the...
Now say that 10 times fast. Go.
I can't even do it.
No, that's awesome. This is probably...
So I forgot that part again.
Hey, that's fine.
But you're just videoing it for her.
Oh no.
No, this is going online. Oh, that would be the Topaz Witch, and this is probably one of the coolest things I've seen Casper do in a long time. If I can talk, holy crap.
I am the Star Witch, and I am the youngest witch up here. I'm very meticulous, and I like to do summer magic. And I always say happy summer solstice.
Yeah.
That one?
At
Sure.
the very beginning. So
Happy summer.
Thank you.
And let's see. My favorite and my best friend is the Emerald Witch. Although I do like the Cardinal Witch as well. But I'm very mischievous sometimes.
I am the Phantom Woodchopper. Neil saw me when she heard my axe ringing in the forest. She come to see what was going on. And all she could see was smoke in the forest and the chopping sounds. So anyway, she finally saw me once, and she knew where her firewood came from. Was from me chopping her wood. And I court the Moon Maiden once a month when she comes down on a moonbeam. Yeah.
Oh.
There you go. That's it.
Well, very nice. Yep, making one stop at a time and trying to avoid the crowd, and I kind of ran into it, so...
Yeah, but they'll be coming here pretty soon, then you can go see Sean.
Oh, okay.
Sean the Leprechaun.
I'm Sean. The leprechaun's much maligned by all the stories you hear around this mountain. Well, the story over there is that they were supposed to come and do housework. But that's all a pack of lies.
So what are you drinking?
That's for me to know and you to wonder about.
Long day?
Yeah.
Representing the good brother.
Good brother, what's the good brother?
The good brother was Edward M. Paxton. He was Neil's brother, died in 1941. And she came to this place to remember him and other people.
Very nice. Oh crap, I'm stuck to my camera. So far we've got several people moving on down the trail following the tour, so more to come.
I'm the Witch of the Sea, and a long time ago, I was just minding my own business, frolicking on a beach, and along came this very handsome airplane pilot, and he kind of talked me into going up in the air, which I thought was fabulous because who doesn't want to fly? Anyway, we went up in the sky, and I got very cold, and he told me that I should wear his boots and his little socks because then my feet wouldn't be so cold. And, well, and I lost my silver slippers, and I ended up here wandering around the woods until these nice lady witches came and they found me and they gave me this beautiful place to stay. And here I am, depressed, sad, but usually I would be very unhappy and lonely, but I have so many people here visiting to me today that the weather's very fine. I don't have to make any rain, I don't have to make any fog, and we can all have a nice evening.
I'm the Lavender Witch, and this is Vermilion. He lives with me in Lavender Land.
Hi, Vermilion.
And Vermilion has this thing about counting. The witches kind of just put up with that with Vermilion, but the Lavender Witch is a lively character with red hair and green eyes, and she likes to ride horses, but she's kind of like evil, bad-tempered. So tomorrow, after Midsummer's Eve, I'll be sent to North Carolina and South Carolina to smell the flowers.
Very nice.
To try to soften me up a bit, I guess.
You're a flower to make a wish.
You can.
I would have flowers.
Yeah, but you can right now.
I can lace it to my nose. That was the funniest thing ever. Weird.
It wasn't. Did you get one? No.
Because it goes right through my nose hole.
Flower to take care of.
You want to do
Yeah.
Alright, I'm the Emerald Witch, and I'm the oldest witch, but I've obviously taken some potions to make me look younger, and I have some very powerful jewels, and I love birds, and my favorite bird is the peacock, and they follow me everywhere, and they're just so pretty, and my best friend is the Star Witch, and I do not like the Cardinal Witch because she has more power than me, but I'm still prettier.
I need for my magic brew, I need two things. I need a smile from you and you. Can I get one?
It's a black witch.
Please? I'll give you some magic dust. For a smile.
You guys better smile all big.
Ready?
Get over there.
Ready?
Get over there, Gage.
One smile and two, and a magic dust to make you happy and not blue. Well, it looks to me that today, Brew will bring to me what is it that I see in here? Ah! I got two! Very special magic pine cones. They're little. Do you know what they do? If you hold them tight, they'll make you smile big and bright. I'm the Black Witch, and I'm supposed to be mischievous, a little wild and crazy. I like sticks, the forest creatures, they're my friends. I like children's smiles, and I'm always making a brew, but it never works out all the way. And today I lost my broom because of the squirrels while I was flying. So now I made some magic shoes. And I keep trying to clean this place to make it nice, but it's kind of hard to clean when you're outside.
Look what I found. Really big bird. I think there's a keg in there. Interesting. Alright, moving on to the next one. Yeah, I think I'm totally going to avoid sticking my freaking finger in this pond. For those who can't see it, which is the Casper Mountain pond, and anyone who dips finger or foot Into it is doomed to tell the truth the rest of their lives, blah, 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 blah. Don't do it. Bad day. You know, really gotta go up this thing. Check out this view from up here. It's pretty cool. I gotta go that way. Holy crap.
I'm the Cardinal Witch. I'm the sister of the Topaz Witch. I am the overseer of all of the witches and creatures up here.
Oi.
This is my blind minstrel. I keep him in the cavern below the bluffs here. He lives with me, and he has since his eyes were gouged out by the king.
We have a king?
There's a king.
There was a king.
Yeah. Did away with him.
There was a king. He was not a very nice king. So, since this man has been blinded, he plays and lives with me in the cavern below this bluff and plays his music for me.
Very nice.
And I keep everybody safe up here. Wildlife, the mountains.
The mountains.
Witches.
Don't forget about
the creatures.
Twig.
Branch, root, and twig, of course.
Who's Branch, Root, and Twig?
Yes.
Branch,
Did you meet them?
twig?
I did not meet them.
Oh, you missed the story, my friend.
Well, that's not good. Here's something a little more my speed. Graves.
Okay, this is the family cemetery. The first one buried here was James Forsley. He's my step-grandfather. He died in 1942 when he was skiing in with supplies. Okay, then the next one here is my grandmother,
Okay.
Elizabeth Paxton Forsling, better known as Neil. She would not answer to Elizabeth at all. She died in 1989. Yeah,
1889.
1977.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah, I got.
Tried to see through the bars.
The birth and death switched around there. Anyway,
Okay.
but she and James Forsling basically homesteaded here. Actually, it was her homestead, and he had another one over on the other side of the mountain.
Nice.
Okay, then the next one over here is Jean Loomis, who was my aunt, and she died in 1982. And you can't see it, but my Uncle Ray's ashes are buried under that rock right over there. Every year at the Midsummer's Eve, we have a bonfire up on the hillside here. Hunk of the red earth, throws it into the fire, and says, "Red earth burn, red earth burn." And the story is that if you do this, at least somebody that does that, one person at least will have good luck for the next year.
I'm going to pick up like 10 piles.
Anyway, in 1929, my grandmother, my mother, and my aunt moved up on the mountain. Basically, to prove up on a homestead, basically it was a grazing homestead,
You know what? Jacob, stop.
and
Jacob,
to
wait.
basically it was to entertain the young girls. My mother was 10 at the time we moved up. My aunt was 8. And so with some young kids on the mountain, you had to do something to entertain them. And there were also some Hopkins kids over on the other side of the mountain and some other young people.
Okay.
And so they got together, and she started up with this.
This is a very one hell of an elaborate storyline that I really didn't know a lot about until today. Glad I ran into this gentleman. What your name one more time?
Dave Martin.
Dave Martin. All right. If anybody anybody out there, if you guys get a chance to come to Casper on summer solstice, it's June. What's the 21st? June 21st. Definitely come out and check out Crimson Dawn. It's definitely worth looking at. A lot of storyline, a lot of good people. Really entertaining. Really looking forward to the bonfire. So, is there going to be any of the witches doing any acts or anything during the bonfire? Or?
They'll should all be up here for it.
Very nice.
Gets a little dark about that time.
Well, I will try to record it. All
Some
right.
years I get some good pictures, some years I don't.
Well, there you go. That's amazing how many people think I work for the newspaper. Just walking around, hey, get pictures of this and this, and I don't work for the Tribune. So.
Also, then there'll be hot chocolate and cookies over at the old guest cabin over there.
That's where I'm headed. It's a little thing to say to you, Pete. I know why you sent me up here. It's a lot of hiking. I hate you. I'm about to go check out the cabin, so here we go. Apparently this is the original homestead.
Well, this is Crimson Dawn. It is a museum in working for Neil Forsley was the woman that homesteaded up here. She lived in a one-room cabin with her 2 daughters. She homesteaded, and then she married Jim Forsley, which built the kitchen here and then the studio out here.
Very nice.
There it is.
All that kind of stuff.
This is
Here's a picture of her with Bess.
This is from President Roosevelt signing his own hand. 19. Oh, not out of focus. This is paying attention. That's President Roosevelt's writing, and yeah, it's quite elaborate.
Oh wow.
Which one's who?
This is Neil, and this is Bess.
Okay. It's pretty amazing. They came up here in 1929 and or however, or 19 whenever, and did
She
all this.
homesteaded and lived
Yeah.
up here. Yeah, it's just amazing. She was an amazing woman.
That's somebody I would never mess with, by the way.
I don't know if you heard the story about the motorcycle gangs up here.
No, I haven't.
There was a group of gangs that came through, and they came out here on the butte and were riding their motorcycles up and everything else, and she got a little bit angry about that, so she went out and told them that they needed to leave. And they got a little wild with her and different things, and she told them that they wouldn't be able to start their motorcycles.
Oh yeah.
They got on there, oh yeah, old woman, we don't know what you're talking about or anything else. They couldn't start their motorcycles. Oh!
Very nice.
Yeah, this
That's
is a gentleman
awesome.
from YouTube.
How's it going?
Hi!
Yeah, I've run around and talked to everybody and stopping at the cabin last, so
Yeah.
so now we're just kind
So
of
they
looking
couldn't
around.
start their motorcycles, and that made believers out of them. She told them to start your motorcycles, get off the mountain, and they believed her and left.
Very nice. These are the X-Files. Thanks, guys. All right, we got all kinds of stuff here. It's probably out of focus with my camera set. This is the kitchen.
This is the homestead of Neil Forsley. You probably have already heard some of that story. When the cabin became a museum in 1978, Eleanor Kerrigan was the first curator of the museum. And she retired. Her last year of doing that was 2003. And I took over in 2004. And actually how I got the job, I was here visiting, had a picnic over at the picnic tables with my sister, and we came in to visit with Eleanor, and she said she was looking for someone to do the, to take over for her. And I said, oh, this would be a fun job. And by the following spring, I was no longer working the full-time job I had, and she called my sister, wanted to know if I was interested, and that's how I got started working here at the museum.
Very nice. So this is the original room that she was in?
This was the original cabin. This was the one-room cabin that was built sometime in the early 1900s by Ole Fogstad and his brother. And they later decided they didn't want to live at this site, and the cabin was abandoned, and then Neil moved here, liked the area, called it Crimson Dawn because she had seen a beautiful sunrise. The ground turned red and the sky was completely red, and she decided her home would be called Crimson Dawn, and then she did homestead on it. And she originally had 640 acres.
Wow.
Towards the end of her life, she donated what was left, which was about 95 acres, donated it to the county for a park to be open and free to the public.
So there's a hell of a story and a lot of a video coming. Yeah, quite an adventure. So if anybody gets a chance, come to Casper for this. All right, so I'm up here, interviewed almost everybody, talked to everybody, all kinds of stuff. And I ran into this guy and this person. So they're about to light the bonfire, so we're here for all that. What do you think?
I think it's pretty awesome. It's definitely something different, and I've never done this before, so it's definitely worth the go. Come out and do it.
Yeah, once a year, winter or summer solstice. June 21st. I've said that like 4 times now, and I keep getting it wrong. My brain's frozen. So I'm gonna try and get some people interviewed while we're up here at the bonfire real quick. Look at all these people, all coming down the trail. Can't believe this is actually turning up. It's pretty dark out. So yeah, we're still sitting up here waiting on the fire to go. All these people all around us. Still haven't found anybody that I really want to interview yet because I haven't seen anybody in a costume. That's what I want to find. But special thanks to all of the people that helped out and were gracious enough to give me an interview for all of this. Chase got to see the actual tour. I did not. I kind of stayed ahead of it. And yes, thanks once again. If anybody gets a chance to come and check this out, do so. Fire, fire, fire. This is the bonfire.
Americans and Scots and the Irish. What we do here is something that you start, pick up a handful of red earth. You walk not too close to the fire, you throw it into the fire, you say red earth burn, and you make a wish.
Too close to the fire when it comes and hits me in the face from here.
Tonight will get their wish.
So what do you think of about this, and how long have you been coming to this?
Oh, I started coming when I was a baby, so I would say just under 60 years.
Oh, very nice. So what do you think of how all this goes on and everything?
Well, I'm thrilled that it goes on. It's a chance for people to have an opportunity to get up on the mountain to one of the most beautiful spots anywhere. It's a chance to bring a little magic into people's lives in a very safe and family-focused way.
Very nice.
And it's, I don't know, it's just fun for those of us who participate because it's about the stories, but it's also about Neil Forsling, who had the imagination to come up here, who had the imagination to paint it, to write about it, and just keeping the legacy alive. We're over 80 years on Midsummer Eve celebrations now. In all the different ways it's been covered. We've got, there'll be some stuff coming out on this and a new book that's coming out on Natrona County. There's talk given at Harvard a few years ago about Midsummer's Eve,
nice.
Of all things. There's a documentary out done by a local filmmaker that talks more about it.
Alrighty. Well, we're just one more avenue to cover it, so
yep.
We'll be here next year. So I guess everybody that watches this, go ahead and subscribe.